Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Data's in Control podcast. My name is Brian Chauvin, and I'm the founder of Data's in Control. Today, I wanted to ask you a very important question. I want you to consider something. I want you to look at yourself and really objectively look at yourself and answer this question. Do you take your family for granted? Now, all of us that are listening to this podcast are here for the same reason. We want to level up. We want to become better versions of ourselves. Better physically, better emotionally, better mentally, better financially, better connected with our families and with our wives. Now, the reason I'm asking you this question is because becoming better in all of these areas takes focus. It takes a little bit of selfishness. And let's face it, as men, we have to put ourselves on our calendar first. But I'm not talking about beers with the boys. I'm talking about physical fitness. I'm talking about journaling. I'm talking about doing things that physically improve you, make you better, make you feel better. But one thing that we do need the loving support of our family. We want to better connect with our kids. We want to better connect with our wife. We want that spark in our marriage. And that spark doesn't just arrive. It doesn't just pop up. That spark costs something. And it costs your attention. It costs your focus. It costs. And when you look at yourself, there's a few signs that maybe you are taking your family for granted. Does your wife constantly nag at you because you don't spend time with your children? Do you find yourself doing less important things and making excuses to do less important things than hang out with your kids or your family? Do you not prioritize date nights? Do you not prioritize playing catch with your son in the driveway? In fact, when is the last time that you played with your kids? Whether it's in the winter in the snow or with a baseball or a football in the driveway, when is the last time you physically played with your kids? Here's a good one. And the next one is one that I find myself doing, and I'm trying to get myself in the habit of catching myself before I do this. But do you say no to your family, to your kids, before they even finish asking their question? Guys, you don't even give them the opportunity to talk to you. You slam that door shut so fast, and let's face it, I do this all of the time, and I'm trying to catch myself. Nobody's perfect. But one thing I've told my kids, and one thing I've asked them, is if I do that to them, let me know. Say, hey, Dad, you're doing it again. Please let me finish my sentence. And it snaps me back into the reality that I need to hear what they say. They are more important than what I'm doing on my phone or computer. Fact of the matter is, my kids are one of the most important things in my life, and I want them to feel that way. I need them to feel that way. So this is one thing that I did, one trick that I did to help them feel that way, so that they know no matter what I'm doing, they can always talk to me. They can always bring this to my attention. Hey, Dad, you did it again. Guys, do you find yourself spending more time alone than you do with your family? Do you find yourself making excuses to go back to work? Now, I get it. I'm a business owner, and business needs attention. My wife's business needs her attention. I get it. You're an entrepreneur. But sometimes, guys, that has to be put on the back seat. Sometimes you have to focus on your family. You have to relax and enjoy life with your family. Because let's face it, without our families, what good would all this hard work be? What good would building a business empire be? Your kingdom isn't anything if you don't have any people living in it or sharing it with you. So in the spirit of learning, in the spirit of connecting, in the spirit of really learning about what your kids want, what your wife wants, what I would do is have a family huddle. Get everyone together, sit around the table, maybe at dinner time, maybe after dinner time, and have a non-judgmental conversation. I want you to ask your kids flat out, how can I be a better dad? I want you to ask your wife, how can I be a better husband? I want you to ask your kids and ask them questions like, hey, how do you make someone feel special? What can I do to make you feel special? And just listen. These are tips that they're going to give you on the way to earn back their trust, the way to earn back their heart. the way to reprioritize them, whether it's playing road hockey or football or axe throwing or target shooting or whatever you guys are into, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, surfing, doesn't matter. Connect with your family, connect with your kids, create time and space for them because they're only young once. They're only this age once, and you're only going to be this space in your life once. So enjoy it, create time for it. And if you're one of these guys that prioritizes work or hunting or all of these other things, that's great. But don't expect your family, don't expect things from them when you don't earn things from them. Now, what do I mean? Well, don't expect your kids to respect you, to listen to you, to trust you if you don't do the same for them, if you don't share with them, if you don't teach them, if you don't play with them, if you don't spend time with them. Because eventually they're going to become teenagers and they're going to become older and they're not going to have time for dad. They're not going to want to spend time with dad. Friends become paramount. Friends become their life and their world. And then it's school and off to college and starting a family and girls and whatever else, right? Guys, prioritize your kids, prioritize your family, prioritize your wife, date your wife. Because the men that I talk to, a lot of the guys prioritize their career, prioritize their work. And let's face it, one thing that I wanted to put out there, bringing your kids to organized sports is not connecting with them. I don't care if you're the coach of the team, that's great. I coach hockey and it's something I love to do, but it's not connecting with your kids. It's not one-on-one time. Playtime is playtime. So just because you bring your kids to lacrosse or whatever doesn't mean you're connecting with them. Share the interest, engage with your kids one-on-one. Practicing in the driveway is considered connecting, right? So, create that space, guys. Have a family huddle. Get the answers that you're looking for from your kids. Journal about this. And I want you to answer this question seriously for yourself right now. Do you take your family for granted? Now, that's the episode for today. I want to ask you guys a couple of favors. First, if you haven't already done this, head on over to iTunes or the podcast app. Please subscribe and rate and review this podcast. It goes a long way for us in gaining exposure and delivering our message to other people that would benefit from hearing it. Secondly, our Dad is in Control coaching is now open. We have a few spots remaining. So if you're a guy that wants to learn how to reprioritize himself in his life, how to reconnect with his emotions, how to learn how to communicate with his wife, how to learn how to communicate with himself, how to learn to listen to the little voice inside of you and become the man you want to be able to look at yourself confidently in the mirror, I can help. To get the ball rolling, head on over to dadisincontrol.com/start. Fill out the application. It's free. And that'll prompt a phone discussion with me. And I can tell you exactly what I can do to help you level up your life. And last but not least, if this is a conversation that you want to continue, if you want to learn more, head on over to our free Facebook group. Go to Facebook and search Dad is in Control. There's a page there. Make sure you join the group. Or, easy way, head on over to dadisincontrol.com and click the button to join the free Facebook group. That's it for today, guys. I hope you all have an amazing day. Have a great week, and we'll see you on the inside of the group.